Uncle Ed sitting in the boat. The cabin we stayed in at that particular place at the lake was an old farmhouse that they put a wall down the center and they had two cabins, made two cabins out of it. I believe they called it the Leonard Cabins. Two ladies owned it, spinster ladies. My father rowing the boat. That's me and my sister, I guess. Ruth doesn't look like she's comfortable up there. She became a pretty good writer. That's me, and I don't know. Looked like Wally Hunt, the fellow on the right. That's me. It was a strawberry roan. It was a pacer. See the way he trotted?
Is that after you were in the service?
No. This is before, 1930s. The guy in the boat out further is called Ralph. He was a friend of my Uncle Ed's. My uncle must have been staying there with us. Barton, Vermont. It had a fire started in front of the firehouse and almost burned the whole town down. And again, the Chevy agency is all that's left of that. Even the firehouse got burned. I would say 1938, somewhere around there. That's Peggy Kovacs, my granddaughter, child. My sister, my Aunt Ann, my Aunt Edna on the right, Aunt Mark right there with the... That looks like Bruce. It is. That's Val. That's Bruce Ober. My sister chasing someone. That might be Jean. There's Bruce with the red hat, maybe. Is it? Yeah, that's what that is. Bruce with the red hat. Jean had those green... Oh gosh, this is way before. It was when I was in the Junior Marines. Here I am in the men right there. It's got to be 1940. I think that was a 1940 Plymouth there behind us. This was on State Street in Bridgeport. I think it's corner of West. See the B and A in the window of that car. It was for gas. It had stamps. It was rationed. This was later. That's me again. I was a sergeant. Look at that. No, this is like 3 years later. Looks like one of the O'Neill boys and Helen O'Neill. No, Catherine O'Neill. Across the street. This was after the war. I was in the American Legion Drum Corps, Stratford American Legion Drum Corps. Blue 1-valve bugle. That was my first car, convertible. And it looked like we're coming with one of the children. It's after we were married. Probably Bruce. Val and I and number one son. Now Grandma Ober, Grandma Agnes. And there's Gramp, my dad. Oh, that's Mary Beth, my cousin, Uncle Ed's daughter. He married late in life. Jack Cam, my sister Ruth, and I think that's Peggy Kovacs, I'm not sure. That's Bruce. And that's my mother. This is at 46 Woodland Street. My sister. That's Diane Renzoni, Val's sister, a little girl. I think this is still Bruce. Maybe 1950. My Uncle Everett Ober and cousin Bill and his wife, this is the whole family in Milford. I think Milford. At Kovac's house. No, that's still Bridgeport. It looks like it's the whole family. Yeah, the whole Dorsey family there. Bill and end and left. This is Nello Renzoni and Mary Renzoni. Nello was my Val Ober's brother. And Mary was from England, and when she got here she didn't have anything, so Val gave her wedding gown. That was at the Christopher Colombo Hall on New Haven Road. And, oh, that looked like my wedding. Yeah, that's Diane on the left and Eddie Rossi, ring bearer and what have you. That's my sister, Bill Fennell, Val, myself, and her bridesmaid. That was at that place is now a house. was called the Marquis John Club on High Street, Naugatuck. This is 46 Woodland. Dad, Mom coming down. We lived on the second floor. The house was owned by my mother and father-in-law. Oh, Val's going to go to work. And I think she was pregnant there with Jean, or that's me. This is Val's dad. He looks a lot, Uncle Danny looks a lot like him. Val's other brother. It's Diane Renzoni. Her mother, Gina, my mother-in-law, made that dress, I believe. And it's me also. Wasn't much left of my car by then. The film was so old they fluttered when we were trying to take them. Tapes of them. There's Gina. That was the day Val came home from the hospital with Bruce. So you can see the films are in a little backwards. And it was around Easter. That's the corsage. We took an inordinate number of pictures of Bruce. He was number one son. By the time we had 6, we didn't take any more pictures. That's Val reaching there. There's my sister Ruth. And that was a girl that lived across the street. That's Peggy Kovacs, my I'm her godfather. Val liked butter. Still does. These folks Piccolos lived downstairs. It was a 2-family house. Susan, the little girl, there she is. And that's her mother. Her big brother Ronnie is friend of Dan Renzoni's. There he is. young man then. He spent most of his adult life in Reno, Nevada. Worked in one of the gambling houses. Still Bruce.